it's December now. I think I promised you that I was going to be back in April. That did not happen. It's been a crazy year for our family, but I'm back now. I wanted to make sure that I checked in December at least, which is my favorite time of year. So I made sure to bring my camera with me as I went around this December and tried to capture some of the things that we were up to. I usually am way too busy during December because I overbook things, because I want to do as many Christmassy fun things as possible. I have been really hesitant about the whole sock thing because of the turning of the heel, and it just like looked way too complicated and something that I did not want to get involved in. But I finally did it, and I'm so happy I did. I loved making these. So these are the Voolenvine, my favorite socks pattern. Super easy stockinette, as you can see. And this is in the traveling yarn. I forget the colorway, but I'll post it down there from some yarn given to me from my fiber share partner. And I haven't woven in the ends or anything, but I will. And this took me a little bit of time, start and stop, because I was trying to figure out what my cast on would be, what my gauge was. But I finally settled on using a size 1 needle and casting on 56 stitches. And that seemed to be working for my foot size. I have a really big foot, but a slender foot. So I have a size 10 woman's foot, but I have a sort of small bridge and smaller ankles. So yeah, so it was a little tricky to find it, but I did, and I've written it down so that I will remember how to do it next time. Yeah, so this was my fall project, and I love the purple. I'm really into knitting purple things. For myself, I don't know why, but people said it looks good on my skin tone. I don't know what the hell that means, but yeah. And then we got into December, and I am doing a knit along. I'm hosting a knit along. It's the Caroline Rose Christmas sock knit along, and it is a no rules sock, or no rules knit along. And that means you knit whatever sock you want, whatever pattern you want, whenever you want, as much as you want. And it could be a half done one that you pick up. You could finish half of it and then give up. Just knit some Christmas socks over the month of December. So those are my only rules. And I have quite a few participants. I was a little nervous starting this off. It was more just like a challenge for myself. But I have a handful of people doing it. And when you use the hashtags that are all set up, and then you also sign up on my website at carolinerosefiberarts.com, and give me a little bit of info, like your favorite color and your mailing address, and I am going to be sending out some special Christmas gifts to all the people who have joined me. So my Christmas sock, I am more than halfway done. I have one sock done, well, except for the Kitchener, is that what it's called? Kitchener stitch at the end. I hate doing it. I don't know why, but this has been like this for about 3 weeks, so, and it'll probably stay like that until the very, very end. But yeah, I did a self-striping Santa Baby by Birch Tree Yarns, or White Birch Yarns. That I got at the New York Sheep and Wool Festival at Rhinebeck. I will post the actual yarn down here. But in Santa Baby, which it's, as if you can sort of tell, I think you can, it's a really bright green. It's almost like a Grinch green, which is really fun and not your typical sort of evergreen for Christmas. And this part right here gave me a little bit of trouble. I had to do some matching up of the self-striping. And now I'm having the same issue on the second one, but other than that, it was a breeze to knit, and I'm loving making them because I can bring it to work and I have it like it's in a small project bag. It's really easy to knit, you know, a few rounds during lunch, and yeah, I'm totally on the sock bandwagon. I am at the just finished turning of the heel for the second one right here, and I use, I've been using a 10-inch circular needle, size 1. I'm using the, I think it's the Knitter's Pride, the rainbow, whatever that one is. That's the wooden needles. And the reason, that's what I have for my circular needles, and that's honestly what I use for most of my projects, and that's because I'm a fairly loose knitter, and so I like the wooden needles because it's a little bit more grip, and my needles aren't like flying off. So yeah, and as you can see, I gotta find a way to get this yarn to turn white by the time I'm down here, so I don't want to cut the yarn, but we'll see. Yeah, so this is what I've been working on, and I'll continue to work on this until Christmas. And yeah, I'm really enjoying my socks. We started this holiday season right after Thanksgiving. David and I went up to right outside Burlington, Vermont, and we got a adorable little cabin and spent a really frigid cold weekend up there, just sort of being cozy. And I started my Christmas socks, and yeah, it was sort of a perfect way to kick off the Christmas season. I travel a ton for work because I do event planning work and corporate event planning, and we were in Washington DC the first week of December, and DC was all set up for Christmas, and they had the national Christmas tree up, and it was very festive. So we normally are so exhausted that we don't really get to explore the cities that we're in. But we pushed ourselves this time. We went out and we had a really nice time. I love hosting for the holidays, and unfortunately, I can't host Christmas Eve at my house this year like I normally do because David and I live on the second floor and my dad can no longer do stairs. He's in a wheelchair now, so our apartment just isn't handicap accessible, unfortunately. So there's a cat at the door. Can I help you? Yeah? You want to say hi? This is the birthday boy. This is his birthday today, December 25th, right? He is 17 years old. Old man. David gave him to me for an early Christmas present, our second year dating. He was an old man then, too. After that interruption, so I wasn't able to have Christmas Eve at my house this year. So instead, I wanted to have something at the house. So I hosted a Christmas tea with all of my lady friends, and that was really nice and cozy and a nice way to sort of kick off December. It was the first week of December. So they came from near and far, which I was really grateful for, and we had a really nice time. This year with my husband. So we're not exchanging big gifts because we're going to France the day after Christmas. That's sort of our gift to each other because it's a lot of money. And but I really wanted to sort of extend the holiday season as much as possible. And one of my goals is sort of to try to make this Christmas time as cozy and sort of stress-free and sort of hygge as possible. My husband makes fun of me with my obsession with all things hygge, but first of all, it's a really fun word to say, but I think it's just, it's a good goal, right, to make things warm and inviting and slow and focus on people and sort of unplug and all the sort of good things that we really should be doing all year round, but we sort of hone in on doing that kind of stuff during Christmas. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish, and part of that are these little hygge gifts for Christmas, for Advent rather. So every Sunday of Advent, so the 4 Sundays of Advent, we have been opening a little gift from each other. David's is things like tea and books and shortbreads and like little just sort of small treats. And something that I got, which I think I got the better end of the bargain, is I've gotten 4 yarns, Christmas, holiday, winter type of yarns. So I'm going to share with you what I've got. And I picked these out myself and then he wrapped them. So it's like my husband isn't like a magical yarn savant. So yeah, I'll show you what I got. Yarn that I opened up is one that I did not get at Rhinebeck, which is where I got the other ones, but I actually ordered online. This is my very first yarn from a homespun house, which I have been following forever and I've been obsessed forever. And she just moved from the Berlin area to the United States, so her shipping is a little easier to finance. And yeah, so I finally got myself some yarn from her. So this is, she does a lot of Christmas colorways as well, but this is her Jingleberries. And it's on her gold stellina, and I'm going to pair it with this. So hoping to pick up a little bit of that red. I don't exactly know what pattern I'm going to use with it yet, but this is going to be some kind of lovely shawl. I wish you could see the gold stellina in there. Maybe you can a little bit. Yeah, so this was my first one, and then I purchased this to go with it. My first Sunday of Advent. And then my second Sunday of Advent was this guy, Naked Robert, from Canon Hand Dyes. And this was something that I got at, this is something I got at Rhinebeck. And this is like a beautiful soft tweed. And I don't know what I'm going to make with this necessarily, but I just love it. It just reminds me of like Christmas birch trees and sort of the landscapes around New England, and yeah, I'm loving it. I'm making a mess of rescanning these though. Then I got Dragonfly Fibers. This was again from Rhinebeck, and this is in Candy Cane, which I think will be really fun. And it's got like a little bit of pink, you can sort of tell, which is a little different than just like a plain red and white stripe. So yeah. And then the last one is from Flying Goat Farm, and this is called Lightning. I don't know if you're going to be able to really see this, but this has a ton of sparkle. It's got silver stellina. Yeah, you can sort of see the shimmer there. And yeah, I just like, this was a pick of my friend Sarah. She went to Rhinebeck with us, and I was on a hunt for Christmas colors, and this was one of the ones that she picked out, and I really like this one too. So yeah, so I got 4 different yarns for Advents, for the 4 Sundays of Advent, and that's been really fun. And Christmas Eve is the holiday that my family has always celebrated the most, more than Christmas Day. And it's usually just a really relaxing day that we just sort of hang out and